Hey, sorry about that. We had a slight software video malfunction. But like I was saying, if you create a new instance of the tensor class and you call play, it actually calls this method defined directly on the child and not the play method in the parent. And in this basketballer class, we do not have a play method defined. And so what should happen is that it should call the play method defined in the parent class. And so I wrote some code down here, and using the Seeing is Believing plugin, let's run the code. As you can see, the first two outputted statements are the put statements defined in the children. So let's take a look at this tensor new.play. This is how you call by the way, is how you call the play method on an instance of the tensor class. This is the output, and that makes sense, right? Because the string that you see, the athlete is a tennis player and has begun to serve, is exactly the string defined inside the play method in the tensor child class. The interesting thing is when we call play, the play method on a new instance of the basketballer class, what you actually see is a not implemented error with a side message, you must implement the play method. And so let's implement the play method. And let's run this code one more time. And as you see here, there is no, the play method in the parent athlete class never actually gets called because each of these three children have a play method directly defined. And so what do we see? So now we've implemented inheritance. How does this tie back in to the overall lesson of polymorphism? Well, what's interesting is that we have the same interface, the same play method being called on three different objects. All right? What's interesting here is that this greatly refines and simplifies our code. All we need to really implement is make sure that we really need to make sure is that these three children have a play method defined. And that pretty much is the definition of polymorphism. You have a single interface that responds differently depending on the entity that it is called on, depending on the object that is called on. And so yeah, right here we have an instance of where we've achieved polymorphism via class-based inheritance of Ruby.